Hey guys, how you doing? Just want to show you real quick. Yes, I did work today. Like I said, it is an addiction. It's just something I love doing. I wanted to finish the sheet for that Bigfoot yesterday, so that was finished. That's actually packed, but it came out pretty sweet. If you want to see, check out the Instagram. There is a picture of it on Instagram. It was a really nice takedown sheet. Hopefully all of you like it. And then I felt like start doing this little project. It's gonna be a large flipper. I think I will have to do it next week because I still have to finish those other two fixed blades, the EDCs. But this will be a large flipper with Timascus scale. I don't know if you can pick it up there. You can't really see, but this is Timascus already. So I cut that out, shaped it. I have a little piece left for a pocket clip. It's gonna be a pretty sweet one. And to not do like a regular working day, I treated myself today because I don't have my blades here because I'm waiting for Jeff to ship them to me back from Tough Thumbs. I made myself a new small flipper. First I wanted to see if the design, I did the adjustments in the design so I don't have to do that thumb stud anymore, you know, just like regular style flipper with the regular stopping, and it worked out good. So the design is good. Used the same tricks, you know, what I learned, which one of them is actually the stupidest little thing. I would never guess that it's gonna make such a big difference. You know, I drilled a little D10 hole here through the titanium into the tank when it's closed, and that's the number 54 carbide bit. And all I do is I take it apart then and I just clean up the hole in the tank with 53 drill bits, so it makes the hole slightly bigger, you know, because it's an undersized hole to press fit the hole for titanium, the 54, but the 53 is just slightly little bigger, so it makes for the little better grab of the D10 ball in the tank, and that's all it makes. That's that little trick that makes the D10 so much like stronger and better, which is necessary for the flipper. And because of that I don't have to do the spring so much, because before, if you would take my knife apart the flippers, the spring is the bar is actually sprung really far this way, you know, over the show scale actually, to create enough tension on the detent to be able to fire up the flippers. So this way I don't have to go that far. It makes the knife a little smoother, and also lock doesn't tend to stick so much because you don't have so much pressure, you know, jamming that lock bar into the lock face. And also the lock face, new thing I learned is, instead of doing a same radius, I used to do it with 8-inch wheel, because I don't know, I talked to many people and that's actually what a lot of people said. But when I talked to RJ Martin and also the Ralph, they all, and I imagine that a lot of other makers too, they use much smaller wheels. It's actually 1-inch wheel diameter, so you start off the radius, it starts off almost flat, you know, the first, let's say 1/3 of the lock face is actually almost flat or with a very small angle, just like I used to do before. But if instead of continuing that very slow slope, it actually like radiuses out slightly more, so the lock bar doesn't just wear out so quick and over travels all the way, you know, like all the way to the show scale, but it just, you know, it's perfect. And another thing what it does is, you know, you have that super secure lockup, but also it doesn't get stuck. If you, no matter how hard I press this lock bar in right now, it doesn't get, you know, it doesn't bite in and it doesn't get stuck, so I don't have to pry it open, which is pretty sweet, you know, and it flips perfect. This one actually isn't even ideal. The D10 ball is an ideal position because it actually engages all the way here, so it's a little bit play there where it doesn't ride, the tank doesn't ride on the D10 ball, but actually just on the titanium. But doesn't matter, you know, it has enough momentum flicking to just overcome it and go there. But it's not ideal. I mean, it's not like you can make the knife work even when it's not ideal. It would be only better if I actually drill that hole slightly, you know, upwards, so it can ride the D10 ball as long as possible. But I really love it. You see, I did again that super subtle rock natural pattern on the titanium, very subtle. I just like it. It's not as obvious, and doesn't, you know, it's not so obvious as I used to do, but it's still there. And I wanted to try this. It's kind of like what's his name, Martin I can't recall the name. He used to do this on like on the whole knife, just crazy. This like I don't know what would you call it, and I just want to do it here on the blade. I imagine that he's doing it with the regular small wheel attachment. I just did this. I just had fun with the Fordham and carbide bit. It just makes that shiny finish on it. I really like that. It's not even rock pattern. I wouldn't call this rock pattern. It's just, I don't even know what would I call it. It's more like a worm slides. It's pretty cool. It makes I like it. I know. I imagine that it's probably a lot of people would hate it, but it's pretty neat. I'm not gonna do that too often though, because it is a lot of work. You know, cover the whole area of the blade, all the flats and everything, and of course leave it out where all the mechanism goes, where the bearings are, and where the detent rights. You don't want to do that there, but that's pretty nice. Also, talking about the lock, yeah, it's secure, and like I said, doesn't get stuck, so pretty sweet. Super happy about it. I treated myself with little Timascus pocket clip. I don't know how well it shows off. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I like it. I nailed that color, that it's orange and blue. It doesn't get that white blue. So pretty cool. I treated myself for Thanksgiving. And this one flips. It was kind of funny because all the folders I had at the show were my folders. They're all messed up, you know, like there's nothing, none of them is perfect. Even Jeff's is not perfect. So all the stuff that I had to show off there was kind of bad. But I still had some compliments. It was pretty cool. I mean, a lot of people are very understanding when you know, obviously it's brand new to you. And those were, all of them were pretty much one of the first ones. So they were definitely not perfect. They sold a couple detent balls and everything. But people like the designs. And I mean, you guys that bought them, you know that I didn't sell the stuff like that to you. I only sold the really good stuff. It was working just the way it's supposed to. Really like this. Love the profile and the angle, the blade handle angle, blade handle ratio, the slimness. It's super light. Those large ones are only like 4 ounces, 4.1 ounces. This is probably only about 3.5, I'm guessing, or maybe even 3. And I think it's actually pretty. I think it's like 3.5-inch blade, so not a small one, but it's because of the blade handle ratio and everything. It's actually a very compact blade. It doesn't look big at all. So hope you enjoyed, guys. Thank you for watching. I still have plenty of the show's video to upload, so hopefully you will enjoy those. So I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Thank you for watching. Air compression kicking in. Take care, stay safe, and remember, don't cut yourself.